I also have about 35 plants in my apartment, from the fiddle leaf fig to some other ficus.
We're heading to the famous Hollywood area.
Hey everyone, my name's Chloe and I live in an area of LA called Thai Town. Thai Town is east of Hollywood. There are a lot of Thai restaurants and a lot of Thai culture, but there are also kind of some like newer things that have cropped up lately, like cool wine bars and some vintage stores, you know, bougie coffee shops, that kind of thing. So I pay around $1,300 a month. When I moved in, I was actually paying $1,050 a month, which is insanely cheap for a studio, and it's not a bad size studio. So this is my living room and bedroom, since this is a studio. I think it's a fairly good size, and I do love the fact that we have a giant window that lets in so much natural light. Something I like about my apartment is this. I painted it myself and distressed it myself and added wheels, so that if I wanted to watch TV in bed, I can move it to in front of my mirror here so that I can watch it in bed. So this is my kitchen. I think it's actually a pretty decent size for a studio, honestly. It has quite a lot of space, and I can even fit a table and chairs. I have to point out the fact that my oven is literally from the 50s. I don't think it's ever been replaced since this building was built, but it still works. And I have to use a match to light the rings, which is pretty funny. Obviously I don't have much of a view, but the sunset does set right here, so sometimes it's super pretty. And you can see downtown all the way over here. So this is what I would consider my bedroom. It would be my desk, my bed, and then my bookcase. These are some plants I have not killed yet, which is pretty impressive. And then this mirror I feel like is good because it gives the illusion of more space. And then I love my jewelry organizer, I guess, display. I have this really cool area which is kind of like a dressing area with more storage, my second closet, and then this really cool bit where I can keep my jewelry and skincare stuff, and then inbuilt drawers. So I really do have a lot of storage in this apartment, even though it is a studio. This is my bathroom. It's not the biggest, but it's pretty good for me. I've never found it too small. It has a window, which is nice. My favorite thing in the bathroom is my makeup cabinet. It is so beautiful. You can fit so much in it. Look at this little drawer. It's adorable. I don't have a balcony, which is the biggest bummer about this apartment, honestly, but I do have this huge window. It looks out onto a courtyard. It's not the nicest courtyard right now. They're trying to revamp it, so they're going to add some plants soon, I think, and some other things.
Next is Andheri East.
Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm a writer living in Bombay. I live in Andheri East. My side of the city is known for corporate offices, it's known for a lot of traffic, but also at the same time it's a slightly residential space. So this is a 1 BHK, that's a 1 bedroom hall kitchen. So that's 1 bedroom, 1 hall, 1 kitchen. The rent for this place would be $35,000. I live alone, so that's the rent I pay. But I have a stray cat that I've adopted who stays with me. I just want to make you famous. So this is the entrance to my house. Now most doors in Bombay are either double, so there's a first door and a second door. So here we go. And here's the hall. That's the TV shelf with a bunch of books. This is the dining table that no one uses, honestly. So this is my favorite part of the room. So there's a small parapet up here. So you can just climb it, and there's an armchair, and these are my plants, and you can look into the garden. That's a mango tree right there. So leading from the hall on our right we have our kitchen. It's a pretty huge kitchen for Bombay. Corner for the microwave to have some microwave space. We have the stove, and that's the sink. They make sure there's a cabinet above the sink so that it drips directly from here into the sink. Because space again is an issue, we've put the washing machine right here in the kitchen. There's like a space built for the washing machine where the washing machine just fits really snugly. And of course there's the fridge, which has some pretty cool magnets from around the world and reminders that you're doing okay. Thank you. This is our bathroom. It's pretty simple, just a shower and a sink inside. Look at the wall, it's so pretty. I love this wall. This is my bedroom where the magic happens. These are my pillows and we have a little side table situation. It's a bit messy, but this is a wardrobe that my parents bought 10 years back, and the window which oversees the garden. That area is slightly special because it used to be a balcony. So this part literally from right here is where we had a balcony, but we brought that in, made it a part of the room. So that's where our shoe rack is, that's where my cupboard is. It's a small space because the furniture is pretty big.
Toronto, Canada. First up, Davenport.
My name is Jason and I live in the Davenport area, which is considered the Midtown West area of Toronto. Why I love living in Davenport is it feels like a small community within Toronto. We are centrally located, so it gives me access to getting in and out of the city really quickly. I pay $1,000 for my unit, which is considered very cheap for what I have. Because it's a bachelor, I live on my own, so I don't have any roommates. On top of that, for where I'm located, I have access to a balcony, which is like very unique considering how much I pay per month. So in my living area, I'm technically on the upper floor of the house. It's basically one large room, but the way that I consider it is one large room, which is my sleeping and chilling area. So living in a 330 square foot space was a pretty big decision for me because I was definitely downsizing from what I was living in previously. It's really forced me to look at, the things that are actually important in my life and live with what I need and within my means. So I don't have a formal dining area, but I have this folding table that doubles for 5 seats if I want to have people over for dinner. These benches folds out and stores in my kitchen, and then these stools double as plant stands, which live in the corner there normally. This is my den where I do majority of my work. I also have about 35 plants in my apartment, from the fiddly fig to some other ficus. Majority of my furniture is thrifted and restored by me. This desk I got for $12 and sanded down and gave it a new walnut finish. And then the TV hutch that I have here was thrifted and resanded and refinished. And this chair sanded and reupholstered. So living in 330 square feet definitely poses some challenges when it comes to having clothing. All of my clothing gets stored in here, all of the seasons, and I have some of the other goods stored in the drawers here. The nice thing about my space is that because I have the outdoor or the landing area here, all of my outdoor gear and jackets don't have to occupy space in my closet. So another one of the things that I have living in a smaller space is to hang dry my clothes. I have this indoor clothing line. You hook it up to the wall, you drag it across, and hook it up to this hook here, and it's good to go. One of the amazing parts that I have in my apartment is my balcony. Having access to outdoor space is huge. So thanks so much for watching and visiting me in my 330 square foot apartment. Maybe y'all will visit Toronto eventually.
San Francisco, California. First up, we're heading to Outer Sunset.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I live in the Outer Sunset neighborhood of San Francisco. I love the Outer Sunset because it's got a very neighborhood vibe. It's a very small, tight-knit community. It's really centered around the sea and the sunsets, and it's just a destination point for everyone in the city to kind of like get out and breathe some fresh air. Lately, there's been a lot more growth in terms of small bars and restaurants and little coffee shops and boutiques. So it's definitely become more of a destination in the last few years. I pay $1,819 with utilities. I love my studio because I have an ocean view and some of the most epic sunsets. The hot tub isn't bad either. Welcome in. This is my cat Winston. To the right, we have one closet, my coat closet. Keep about half of my shoes in here. Into the main living space. This is my everything space. We have my bedroom situation. I have a shrine built into my bookshelf. Lots of plants, keeping it green. This doubles as both record storage and clothing storage. This is my work from home studio, my little wine fridge. So this is my very small but very efficient kitchen. I spend a lot of time cooking. Plenty of counter space, which I love. It's this industrial grade labradorite, which happens to be my favorite stone. And looking out towards the ocean, and I've got all the essentials, my little pink juicer and my NutriBullet for morning smoothies, hot water for coffee, my cast irons, and of course the soda stream. Can't live without that. This is my bathroom, a toilet with a newly installed bidet. Highly recommend. Shower. Love this mirror. Into my second closet for my other half. Shoes is stored, my babes, and a lot of amazing clothing that I haven't worn in months and hoping to wear again soon. And this goes outside. Surfboards, outdoor shower. Got a hot tub over here and a pretty backyard that faces west, as you can see. It's really bright. And that is pretty much the whole shebang. Thank you so much for coming along on my home tour of my Outer Sunset apartment.